Today isn't one of our usual fun lists filled with Netflix or celebrity drama. We know that 2020 has been a crazy year and thought it would be nice to reflect back on 2020 and remember some of the lives that were lost. Today on Beyond the Screen, we are taking a look at the top 10 celebrities you didn't realize passed away in 2019. I'm your host for this one, Joss Bedard. Thanks for checking us out. If it's your first time here, stick around until the end because I will be responding to some of your comments, and you can also come say hi on social media. All of our links are down below. But for now, let's get into the list. Beginning our countdown, number 10 is Luke Perry. The actor was best known for his starring role on Beverly Hills 90210 and in more recent years the Netflix series Riverdale. His Riverdale co-stars and fans were left in shock after he suddenly passed away in March 2019 after suffering from a stroke at his home in Los Angeles. He was rushed to a hospital immediately but sadly died with his family by his side. Doctors said he was slightly young for a stroke victim, as 66% of people who suffer from an attack like that are usually 65 or older, and he was only 52. But his own father died in his mid-30s from a heart attack, so that could have been a contributing factor. Everyone had very positive things to say about him though in their tributes, and he definitely left his mark in this world. Up next, number 9 is Beth Chapman. She won over the hearts of many people for her time on the hit reality series Dog the Bounty Hunter. She was actually married to Dog the Bounty Hunter himself, and the two of them skyrocketed into fame as fans loved watching their life together. She was only 51 years old when she passed away in 2019 and had a tough battle with cancer. She was placed in a medically induced coma because of it, and her body just could not fight it any longer. Her husband shared the news in a tweet saying, "It's 5:32 in Hawaii. This is the time she would wake up to go hike Coco Head Mountain. Only today she hiked the stairway to heaven. We all love you, Beth. See you on the other side." He is now engaged to another woman named Francie Chapman, and he broke down during an interview just a few days ago where he explained that Beth would be happy and would support his decision to get married again. Sliding to number 8 is Chewie Bravo. The comedian and actor is known as Chelsea Handler's sidekick on her talk show Chelsea Lately. He tragically passed away in December of 2019 after he was rushed to the emergency room in Mexico City with a gastrointestinal hemorrhage. Unfortunately, he had some complications during his surgical process and passed away. Fans couldn't help but think of Chelsea right away since the two of them were pretty much inseparable since the start of her show. She posted a beautiful tribute to her Instagram where she shared a collage of some of her favorite memories with him. She wrote, "I loved this nugget in a big way, and I took a great pleasure in how many people loved him as much as I did and do. He gave us so much laughter, and I will never forget the sound of his laughter coming from his office into mine." He was only 63 years old when he passed away, but his family said he lived a long, happy life regardless of his small size. In spot number 7 is Doris Day. The legendary actress and singer almost made it to 100 years old when she died at 97 back in May of 2019. She died in her home in California after contracting a serious case of pneumonia. For 97 years old, her rep said she had been in excellent physical health for her age up until she contracted the disease and just was unable to fight it. The positive news was that she was surrounded by close friends at the time of her death. Her death had a huge impact in Hollywood because even though she stepped away from the show business years ago, her fans always remains loyal. Her legacy lives on, and she has even been referenced in some lyrics like in the Beatles song Dig It and Wake Me Up Before You Go Go by Wham! That's when you know you made an impact, when you end up in lyrics. Rolling into number 6 is Robert Evans. The producer and Paramount chief definitely left his mark when he passed away in October 2019. He's the man who produced Chinatown, Urban Cowboy, The Godfather, and in more recent years, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Classic. He has been behind films almost his entire lifetime. With little acting experience when he first started out, he was given roles in movies. And with no studio experience, he was handed the reins at Paramount during the 1960s. Despite having an overall successful career, he did have some struggles which were highly publicized. In 1980, he was convicted of cocaine possession during a time when drug use was plaguing the industry and ruining its reputation. But he returned to his passion in the early 90s and made a comeback. back. In 1998 though, he did suffer from a stroke that left him paralyzed on one side of his body and unable to speak for a while, so health issues were nothing new to him. His death has been titled undisclosed online, so all we know is that he passed away at 89 years old. Halfway through our list, number 5 is Gloria Vanderbilt. Not only was she an actress, fashion designer, and an author, but she was also a member of the Vanderbilt family of New York. But she's also the mother of the CNN television anchor Anderson Cooper. She lived a long, successful life and passed away at 95 years old in her Manhattan home with family and friends at her side. Anderson released a statement following the news and said, "She was 95 years old, but ask anyone close to her and they would tell you she was the youngest person they knew, the coolest and the most modern." The cause of her death was an advanced form of stomach cancer, which she was diagnosed with earlier that month. So it was a very quick process. Up next, number 4 is Suzanne Wang. Anyone who's followed the series House Hunters would have been upset to learn that she passed away at 56 years old back in 2019. She was the face and voice of the series for almost a decade and passed away after a long battle with cancer. The media flooded with positive things to say about her. Her own agent, Eddie Culbertson, told CNN, "She was an amazing, brilliant light and will be missed. We were together for over 20 years. I know my life is better having known her." Her battle with cancer wasn't easy, and it actually lasted over 13 years. Yet she still found the strength to handle it with optimism and humor. Alright guys, at number 3 we have Peggy Lipton. The Mod Squad and Twin Peaks actress died at 72 years old, leaving her daughter to walk in her artistic footsteps. One of her daughters is Rashida Jones, known for her roles on Boston Public, The Office, and Parks and Recreation. Her mother died from cancer, and her publicist confirmed the news to CBS in May 2019 and released a statement from both Rashida and her sister Kadada. It said, "She made her journey peacefully with her daughters and nieces by her side. We feel so lucky for every moment we spent with her. We can't put all of our feelings into words right now, but we will say, Peggy was and will always be our beacon of light, both in this world and beyond. She will always be a part of us." I honestly had no idea that she was the mother of Rashida. Did not know that. Making our way into number 2, we have Juice WRLD. The music industry was stunned when the news broke in December 2019 that the singer and rapper had died at 21 years old. The Cook County Medical Examiner's Office announced that he had died in Chicago just days after his 21st birthday. Reports say he suffered from a medical emergency shortly after he arrived at Chicago's International Airport and died shortly after being sent to a nearby hospital. A Chicago police spokesperson said in an email to CNN, "There were no signs of foul play and all individuals aboard the aircraft are cooperating with CPD and have given all their information." An autopsy later revealed that he died from an accidental overdose of oxycodone and codeine. In our number 1 spot is Cameron Boyce. His death took a huge toll on the world in 2019 after the 20-year-old suddenly passed away in July. The Disney Channel star was known for his time on the Disney series Jessie and in the 3 Descendant movies, as well as very other impressive roles on his resume, especially for only being 20 years old. News broke suddenly that he had died in his sleep after having a seizure, which was a result of an ongoing medical condition that he dealt with. A lot of people had questions, but a spokesperson released a simple statement about his death, saying, "It is with a profoundly heavy heart that we report that this morning we lost Cameron. He passed away in his sleep due to a seizure, which was a result of an ongoing medical condition for which he was being treated." The internet was flooded with beautiful tributes from his fans, co-stars, family, friends, all of which agreed he was gone way too soon and had so much more on the way. Alright guys, that is our list. Leave a like if you enjoyed it and let me know down in the comments what you are thinking. But for now, I'm going to end this video with comments from celebrities who have famous parents part 2. Savannah Anderson says, "Jocelyn, you're so much fun." Well, see, normally I'm a lot more fun than today's video because it's a sad one. But next time. Brianna Wilkinson says, "Hey Joss, which famous parents would you want for a day?" That is very tricky, but honestly, I gotta say Billy Ray Cyrus and Tish Cyrus, because then I would be Miley's sister for the day. And that'd be so much fun. MLG Gamer says, "Something completely weird happened to me the other day. I had a dream that Joss was a part of one of the married reality shows. Not sure which one it was." Whoa, definitely not a part of one of the marriage shows. Don't think I ever would be either. My mom did try to get me to audition for Bachelor in Canada when it was in Toronto. I'm not even kidding. She was like, "You need to submit yourself." myself. I'm like, thanks, mother. No thank you. Cobra King says, hi Jocelyn, nice vid, and you look beautiful as ever. And may I ask, are you Canadian? Well, thank you, and yes, I am Canadian. What gave it away? Alright guys, that's all I have for you. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and also ring the bell so that you can hang out with me every day. I've been your host, Josh. I will see you next time. The music in... Lord help me. The Cook County Medical Examiner's Office reports say he suffered from a medical emergency shortly after he arrived at... A lot of people had questions, but a spokesperson released the simple statement with